Hi, I'm Tony, Talking Hands Math. You might recognize the hands, maybe not. I am speaking on the day after Kobe Bryant's fatal accident. And I wanted to speak about my reactions to this and relating it to math and learning because I am a math teacher, but it begins with me as a basketball fan. And I say I'm a basketball fan. I live in Southern California, and Lakers are a home team, and Kobe's been part of that for a long time. So, yeah, it's really tough to uh, gather yourselves after the shock. But for my students, I pass along these ideas. First, after reading and reviewing a bunch of quotes from Kobe, there's a couple that stuck out to me. One, uh, they, meaning Lakers fans, they wanted my effort, and I gave them my heart. And that's undeniable. That was pretty obvious. And the other one was someone had asked him something about, well, what was it like being a Laker and growing your career in Los Angeles? And he said, well, what you get out of LA is what you give. And look at what he got. He received so much. And that came from what he gave. What he gave was immense. I break it down to his practice. Practice is like going to class. The tests are like going to games. But Kobe didn't just go to practice and just go to the games. He did all the work in between. He did his homework. He brought game tape home. He brought, if the normal person would rehab their injuries once a day, he would do it 3 times a day. He woke up at 4 in the morning. If he was healthy, he was working out. He was working towards that greatness. I remember when he was a rookie and the Lakers were playing the Jazz in the playoffs. It was an elimination game. It was crunch time within the last minute, something like that. Kobe is in the game. He's behind the 3-point, and the Lakers desperately need a bucket. They pass him the ball. He lets the thing fly, and he airballs it. Oh, it was ugly. I remember watching that game, and that was ugly. But the Lakers got the ball back. I think they had to stop, and they got the ball back. Kobe's at the same spot. Lakers still need a bucket. They pass him the ball. Airballs it again. Lakers are eliminated. The normal person would just cower. I would have cowered, and I would have just crawled back in the hole that I came from. I never was. But he didn't. He said, no, that is not me. I'm going to use this as fuel. The doubters, the haters, I'm going to use that as fuel. I look at Luka Doncic now. He plays for the Mavs. That guy could be the next LeBron right now. And he's about to be an all-star for the first time. This is his second year in the league. And a reporter was asking him, were you nervous starting your NBA career last year? Were you nervous about playing in the NBA? And his reaction was, no, not really. I figured if I wasn't good enough, I would be good enough then. If it wasn't working, I'm going to make it work. So that's what Kobe did. What I did wasn't good enough. I'm going to reinvent myself. I'm going to put in the work to make it good enough. That's that Mamba mentality that everyone talks about. Living with purpose. And things weren't easy for him. I talked about the air balls. He also was mired in scandal. And you can look up the scandal, whatever it is. I remember. Everyone was putting his name, dragging it through the mud. What did he do? He reinvented himself. He changed his number from 8 to 24. Why? I remember what he said. He said, 24 is how many hours I have to give in the day. So that's what I'm going to give. And that's what he did. And that's who he became for everybody. And so, back to math. Students ask me, when am I going to use this in life? Well, take a page out of this Kobe Bryant book. What you put into math is what you get out. If all you do is show up to class like others would show up to practice with Kobe, if that's all you did, that's all you got. But if you put the work in between, practice more, read more, be curious about it, the more you give math, the more you'll get back. Guaranteed. It's like a universal law. And it is not just math. I mean, what you put into your relationships, what you put your attention to anything grows. So again, if all you do is show up to class, do the minimum, that's all you get. You're not going to get anything out of math. The more you put in, the more of yourself you invest in it, the more you're going to get out of it. I think about Kobe made it 41 years, and his life was abruptly ended. Well, I'm going to work to dedicate my next 41 years to him. A Mamba mentality, living with purpose every day. And if I'm not good enough, I'm going to make myself good enough. I think that's what he would want. I think that's the message he was trying to give everybody just by living. That's all I got to say.